don't think that's really been a limit, or maybe a little bit of a limiting factor. Incredible stuff. Been very happy with it. This stuff, I think I may have talked about it when I was cutting it on Sunday, is a bit stalky. I think these are pretty good for what we do. Well, good afternoon everyone. What is happening? You might have just seen, I've just been cutting a bit of loose in our loosen paddock here. This stuff, well, some of this I cut yesterday, and it's actually nearly gone crispy on top. Still plenty of moisture in the stalk obviously, but I did 7 laps yesterday before I had to go to Canberra last night. But yeah, I just finished cutting the rest of it there now. It's not looking too bad. You probably could have seen on the lizard there, on the video. Oh, yeah, not a massive cut, but it's loose in here anyway. I haven't top dressed this paddock this year, which probably is one of the reasons it's not as good as it has been. This second cut has had plenty of moisture on it, so I don't think that's really been a limit, or maybe a little bit of a limiting factor. It has been bloody hot, so it would have been sucking up a lot of moisture, but yeah, so I'll make those outside 7 laps. I'll just bale them up and put them into silage, I think, just because obviously they're ahead of the rest of the paddock at the moment, so it might just be easy to do them tomorrow night probably, or something. Just to have a few of those bales spare, and the rest I'll hopefully make into hay. It's pretty clean. There's not much. There's a little bit of brome grass down the other end, but not much. So I'll just turn this tractor off. Warm. 32 degrees on the thermometer there now. I think it's meant to be 35, or I think it's meant to be 35 or 6 tomorrow. So, and I'm shearing, so that'll be nice and warmer. Actually going to start a bit earlier and finish earlier to try and avoid the heat a bit. Just coming past the peloton here. Looks like the lambs are slowly making their way down towards the road. I haven't sort of been down this end because there's just been too much feed down that, and there's, I think I said in the last video, or when I moved them actually, you saw me move them, but there's about 300 lambs on there, so might have to put another couple hundred on the way it's growing. It's just gone mad really. It's quite incredible stuff. Been very happy with it. Expensive to put in, but I found it's pretty worth it. We are raking hay. It's been what is it? When did I cut it? I cut it Sunday. It's now Wednesday evening. I've been away shearing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so I just haven't been filming much. Like I was away shearing off farm, so I raked this once on Monday night into 2 little windrows just to try and keep a bit of colour. And now I'm raking these 2 into 1 bigger windrow, and hopefully we'll be able to bale it tomorrow. It had a really big dew on it last night, which didn't help it, to be honest. It's going to be marginal tomorrow night, I'd say, but we have had, well, Sunday it was 35 and Monday it was 33. Yesterday it was 33 as well. So it's had good drying days and no dew, like barely any dew in the mornings. It was only last night that you probably can't even see me. Just thought of that. I don't think the light worked. Oh, there we go. It's a bit better. Yeah, just had a really big dew on it last night, which we could have done without, but that's the way. We're about an hour from the coast here, so in the evenings, afternoons, we can sometimes get a sea breeze, we call it. So just an easterly blowing, and it can drop from 33. On Monday, it dropped from 33 to 21 in 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and that's what happened. You saw I was raking sort of pretty early here, and that's what happened this afternoon. It came in at sort of 5 or 6 o'clock, and then I was able to get started raking early without losing any leaf, so that was good. I'd say unfortunately it's going to be, that generally means there's going to be another fair dew tomorrow, so yes, we'll see what happens, because I'm going away Friday morning, so the pressure is on a little bit. I'll be back Sunday, but yeah, not too much else to report. This stuff, I think I may have talked about it when I was cutting it on Sunday, is a bit stalky. It could have done probably going into silage, to be honest, but just haven't had time to do it. So it needed cutting, because it was, you would have seen it was in 30% flour probably, or 25-30% flour, so it needed cutting pretty badly. It was already late, so just had to be done. Yeah, rake's all going well. Those of you who don't know, this is called a side delivery rake. So as you can see, it's carrying it from one side all the way over to the left-hand side there. So a bit rough there. All the way to the left-hand side there. Just helps with, and it's also very satisfying to watch. Just helps a bit more versatile around our area where we do get this sort of almost coastal weather. We're not coastal, but it can seem like that sometimes. Just, you know, as I said I did on Monday night, you can just sort of split the rake and then rake one into the center and one on the side, and it just puts it in 2 little windrows then, so you're not putting one big one in and then doesn't dry out if you do get a big heavy dew like we did, which I knew was happening, so which is why there was a chance of rain on Tuesday, so I thought I won't rake into one big one, I'll just leave it in 2 little ones, just to try and keep some colour too, other than it being spread out on the ground a bit more from the mower. Yeah, this isn't my rake, I borrow this one. To be honest, I've been very, very lucky. I've never really had to play around with, you know, roller bar rakes or V-rakes or anything. I think these are pretty good for what we do. Yeah, I don't know that we'd ever buy a V-rake. We'd always go a rotary rake like this, even if it was a single rotor. Just in our climate, doesn't really work overly well, I don't think. So there'll be a bit of hay here. I actually rang the agronomist today to book some fertiliser up to put on here after we've cut it, because we are taking a lot out of it when we cut it like this. Obviously, you're sort of just cutting the plant off and taking it all, so obviously need to replace it with something. Ordered a bit of seed for next year, a ryegrass seed. A little bit worried it's not going to rain though. It's, yeah, the 10-day outlook is dry, nothing coming, which, yeah, anyway, I should stop talking about the weather really. There's nothing we can do about it, so. But I might keep poking away at this.
Sky, feel it calling me like the wind. Trust the compass down in my skin. Walk straight, stay right. That's what they say to me, but I don't fit right inside the lines. I hear the calling down in my bones, so I'm following where my arrow goes. No one knows what the future holds, so I'm following where my arrow goes. Following where my arrow goes. When I was young, my mom told me, son, that soul of yours was born to run. It's your invention for you to choose. And you'll know when you find your
55 bales done. Not too bad.